Hi everyone, Comic Reviewer here. This time reviewing on Castlevania Season 1 TV series review. Now, as you know, Castlevania the TV series is meant to be based on the popular game series Castlevania, which the first game release was back in 1986, which had the Famicom, the Family Computer System, and had other re-releases. And what's interesting, there were other games released with Castlevania, like on the DS, Game Boy Advance, PlayStation, PS3, and so on. Now, I am mainly going to be covering Season 1. And the premise of Season 1 is going to give you the introduction of Dracula, who ends up finding, to his shock, his anger, and fury, that his human wife Lisa was burnt at the stake in the town of Taragoski. And we kind of see how Dracula threatens the people of the town that they have 1 year to make peace, but of course refuse to do anything about it. And we see how the Archbishop hosts a celebration after this, and we kind of see how Dracula, as promised, destroys the church and kills the Archbishop and releases an army of demons into the world, despite his son Adrian telling him to go after the one person who was responsible. And of course, we also see how an expert monster hunter, Trevor Belmont, is roped into the adventure. And Trevor's character is meant to be like this broken down but kind of expert guy. You can kind of tell his family were meant to be these gifted monster hunters and studied Dracula's forces, but of course this reduced them in kind of him being the last one. And we kind of see how he's roped into going into a sort of city where he ends up meeting the speakers, and of course ends up eventually rescuing the elder's granddaughter, Cypher. Now, Cypher's character is that she was mainly looking for the sleeping soldier, and you can kind of tell she is mainly shown to have these elemental abilities. She's kind of meant to be more like believing that the sleeping soldier's the key, and you can kind of tell that Trevor's trying to be realistic and knows that it's all a fairy tale. But eventually they would discover the sleeping soldier. And I would say, given the fact this is the first season with 4 episodes, this does give you the introduction well. Again, it's mainly meant to be a sort of quick introduction to what you're going to get. I think Trevor works as a character because he's meant to be run down. He's basically meant to be kind of like doesn't give a crap about anything, but you can tell his heart's always going to be in the right place. You can kind of tell like he is disgusted at humanity for throwing his family aside. You can kind of tell that they were the only ones who knew what to do. And we kind of also see as well, how people are easily manipulated. We kind of see how people will listen to their own beliefs or basically won't really hear any warnings. And I would say, given the fact this is the first season, it's a quick introduction. It's mainly explaining how Trevor mainly joins with Cypher and also eventually joining with Dracula's son. And I think having Dracula's son at the end of the 4th episode works well. It's basically the 3 of them coming together to end the conflict for good and kind of restore things back to normal. And I also know the company that also worked on the show is also going to be doing a sort of He-Man TV series based on Kevin Smith's idea on Masters of the Universe Revelation, which I am looking forward to and hoping it's going to be as good as the 2002 He-Man cartoon. And I would say, given the fact the first season has 4 episodes, it's a good introduction. It's mainly giving you a quick glimpse of what you're gonna get. And I know that with the later seasons, with season 2 you had 8 episodes, season 3 and 4 you had 10 episodes. So season 1 with 4 episodes is giving you a quick glimpse of what you're gonna get, which reminds me a bit of F is for Family. So to me, Castlevania for the first season is a good introduction. It's giving you what you want to see. It's giving you a glimpse of how they're gonna try to adapt it from the games. But to me, it's definitely good. So I think it deserves a thumbs up. Still good and still alright. So, Comic Review here, signing out.